They entered my garden one by one. Many of them get stoned. I couldn't ignore them. It was just too painful. I'm going to fight for this dog. And also Husseini had this mindset. We made a perfect team. They saw me working with animals and I was always happy. In this way, the trust started.
When something good is in good hands, good things happen.
I'm a little bit shy person. With the dogs, I'm also going over my traumas of a little bit introvert. They were confused with all these new people around. It was hard because you have to be alert day and night. We need more sponsors. Everything what they need at home, they will have it here. In each section, a worker. There are some dogs, they need special care. I told the guy, just sit with them.
All the guys that are working here, the dogs absolutely adore you. How can we help? So we just wanted to do a quick interview with one of the founders of the new sanctuary, just to give you guys a bit more information on why we're doing this fundraising and why this is so important. So yeah, thank you so much.
You're welcome, and you're welcome here to Baladi Mabsut in Egypt.
I firstly just really wanted to get a bit of background on the sanctuary, where you came into it. Obviously, you're from the Netherlands originally.
Yes, I'm from the Netherlands. I came to Egypt around 30 years ago, a long time ago, and I started my my work in Zamalek. I worked for the Dutch Embassy, Development Cooperation Section for many years.
Brilliant.
But I found it a bit crowdy in Cairo, and I went to Saqqara one day. And I loved it here. I really loved the place. And I said like, okay, bye-bye Cairo. I'm going to start my life here. And the first years I didn't have to do anything with, I had my own dogs. I didn't have to do anything with Baladi dogs. But then one day when my dogs died of old age, one by one they died of old age. When they were all gone, it seemed like the Baladi dogs must have smelled that, because they entered my garden one by one, some injured, some pregnant, some just asking for attention, for care, because many of them get stoned in the streets and abused in the streets. So one by one, I took the dogs in and cats in, and there it actually started my work for the Baladi dogs. I couldn't ignore them. It was just too painful to. If you live here in Saqqara, as a foreigner, I think it's very difficult to ignore the animals.
What are your plans for the next year, or say 2 years? Where would you like to see the sanctuary, and how can we help that? What would, for example, the pool was something you would love to get for the case of the dogs being able to cool off, but also for hydrotherapy reasons if they do have injuries in the legs. Is there anything you have in your mind that you would love to have, or would massively help the running and the welfare of the animals? How can we support that?
I think the best way to give support is by sponsoring a dog per month, because we still we have 125 dogs, and only 50%, and not even fully sponsored, all of them are being sponsored. So we need more sponsors, monthly sponsors.
What does sponsoring a dog entail?
This entails a monthly payment of £1,500 with at the moment, I think it's around, in dollars, you need to know?
In Great British pound.
I will not, we have to look
we
that
can
up.
work it out.
Yeah, we
can work it out.
I don't know, but
in Egyptian dollars, how much is it?
£1,500.
1,500. Okay, so we can work that out.
Yeah.
It's and then that should be a monthly payment.
Yes.
And how would that help the dog that you're sponsoring?
You are not going to pay. It's like and imagine, it's not like you only pay for that dog and only that dog will have care. No,
of course.
It's like you have a connection with the sanctuary, and you have a connection with the dog. You will have an album, a private album. In that album, pictures will show up from the dog, and videos and conversations. You can ask questions about.
Brilliant.
So you will have the contact with the dog, but at the same time, you are helping with this money all the animals,
whole
and they will have
get
food from this. They will have care for this, medical care, everything what they need at home. They will have it here for this amount.
Before we leave, I would love to set up myself sponsoring a dog before I go.
Oh wow, that would be great.
Without a shadow of a doubt, and I know there's many people at home that will do the same thing. When I can explain your story and explain the stories of the dogs, I know that it will be like a light bulb moment to many people. So I would love, and I can't wait to help with that. I speak for myself and Tom here, everyone at the Mission
Very
Planet,
good.
we can't wait to
Thank you
support
so
because
much.
it's really beautiful.
We have some goals, like we would like to have a vet visit more often. We until now we didn't have vet visit because we didn't have sick dogs. But
Yep.
it's they're getting older. We have to be prepared. Now we are working on a medical room where we can even make operations. But then we need a vet coming over. And
Yeah, of course.
so we have to put some more money in that, you know, the medical things for the future. I'm going to fight for this dog until it's going to happen.
That's
And
beautiful.
also Husseini had this mindset.
Yeah.
So we make a perfect team because he is a local. He knows everything about how people are, you know, sometimes you don't get out all the stuff directly from Egyptians, but he has a way, of
Yeah.
course, he understands better.
Yeah.
I know the language, but not all, and he knows the culture, and so he could deal with that. But also for practical things like bargaining,
Yeah.
it's very handy.
It is.
And he has contacts with the Egyptian people, and I have contact with the foreigners and with the donors.
Yeah.
Like, so this match was already very good, but also we think in the same level. We are on the same level. I think this is very important.
It
If
is.
you have a cooperation with somebody, you
It is
work every
absolutely
day.
crucial.
We had a very good, the same focus, the same mindset.
It shows, right? It shows when something good is in good hands, good
Mm.
things happen, and that is absolutely what's happened here since it changed into your hands. So I know
Mm.
I've only been here for the last hour and a half, 2 hours, and it's been really beautiful, and I'm really excited to work as the Mission
Mm.
Planet with you guys to help raise as much money and awareness for you as possible. It'd be great if we could bring Ahmed in.
Ahmed, daar henna.
Okay, so I just wanted to bring Ahmed Husseini in to sit with Petra, just so you guys can put a face to the name. Petra, if you could introduce him and let him know how this started between the both of you.
Ahmed Husseini. I'm going to ask you some in Arabic now because you don't speak English, so that's why I have to translate. كله هنا wait, what did you want to know exactly from him?
How you both came together to take ownership of Baladi Mabsut. Why is it important to him?
لا أنت بفكر كويس جدا. أنا وأنت اشتغلوا بتاع بلدي مبسوط الأول بتاع أنا وأنت ملك الشرق بتاع الأول بتاع يوم واحدة.
لان انا اشوف بترا الاول خالص وانا صغير. اروح المدرسه اشوف بترا بتاخد اكل بتاع كلب في شارع. شايف ده حاجه كويس يعني، وانا مبسوط من حاجه زي كده، ان انا اشوف بترا بتعمل حاجات زي كده، وشايف بترا مبسوطه على طول، يعني تعبانه وشغل كتير وفي نفس الوقت هي مبسوطه. فده اول حاجه انا شفتها، بعدين حبيت كده بصراحه.
He had trust in me as a smaller boy. He went to school, and I was living here in Takara. He saw me working with animals and doing things outside, and I worked a lot, and I was always happy. And he said, I like that. That's in this way the trust started, you know. So when we took over, then when we came together, he already had this idea about me, like he can deal with me, something like this. Yeah. The first days was very painful. If you saw the dogs in the condition of searching for food and attacking each other for no reason, because there was food, but they were confused with all these new people around. Of course, it's they knew me and they knew Husseini, but all these other people, it was new for them. But then after some days, you already saw change, that they finally sat down, you know, after the food they could relax. And we didn't have enough enclosures yet, like here, and that was a problem. Dogs still attacked each other, so we had to keep a very good eye on this. But we didn't want to use any force, of course, because they were used sticks and things.
Of course.
No, we used
That's why
flutes.
they were traumatized.
You know, when there's something wrong, we flutes, and then only use this when there is something going on you don't like. Because if you do flute, happy times, they don't understand. So I said, make noise. We had this triangle. We had different kind of instruments to make them aware that something is not allowed. And that worked. So, but it was hard because you have to be alert day and night. We had to have day stuff and night stuff. because they were still not in control, the dogs. They were not balanced. So you needed constant care. Yeah. We are known here in Saqqara now as a kind of dump place. You can dump your dogs here. And that's very bad.
No,
That's
it's not
because
right.
you put dogs in a situation, a dangerous situation, because not all dogs packs will accept them. They have to fight themselves into it. Some dogs will never manage this to be part of a pack. And these cases rare, but these cases exist, and then I take them out and I find homes, places for them, because they cannot survive
No, they
in the
can't.
street.
The one more thing I wanted to ask is just for people at home that would like to know exactly what the sanctuary does. If you, and this may be a hard question because you may have a multiple answers for different dogs, but what
Yeah.
would you say is the journey of a dog that is at Baladi Mabsut? What is their journey? How does it look in terms of the care? What does an average day look like for a dog here at the sanctuary?
Yeah, they wake up early with cleaning of the rooms, the enclosures. So they will have their run out in the play area.
As we saw earlier, which we'll
Yes.
show. Yep.
And after 15 minutes, they will be locked up again, and then another group will come out. So
Yeah.
no groups will come together. We think this is very important, especially for the traumatized dogs, that they are not going to be in contact with dogs they can't handle. So why to make it difficult? You know, if things can go smoothly and all will have the same period of time outside. And then they will play, and they will, like in the enclosures, they also play because there is room enough to play. But also we have in each section a worker, day and night. This worker is going from room to room to room to sit with the dogs, to talk to them, to interact with them. You saw perhaps in the video and in the pictures on the page that they give them spas and nail cuttings and this. Not every day, of course, but every day there is something like an interaction with all the dogs. And there are some dogs, they need special care. They need more attention, like Alexandria, like the shy ones. So I told the guys, just sit with them. Just sit with them. Don't talk with them. Just sit with them.
Just be present. And I think you can see by the videos that we've taken how strong the relationship is with yourself, with Ahmed Husseini, and all the guys that are working here. The dogs absolutely adore you, you know, and I think it shows when there's a real sharing of love and care between both. So it's really beautiful. I just want to say thank you to both of you so much for what you do here. Please let him know what we say from all of us here, and obviously all of our followers at the Mission Planet. We're so grateful for what you do. Everybody will see today how beautiful this place is that you've done, and the work you do every day is tremendous, and we really can't wait to support you as much as we can.
Thank you so much for having this interview and saying these lovely words about our place, and to see everything. I'm very happy with this visit. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.